Hi, this is Kemi Onodipe of My Marriage Must Work. Thanks for viewing. Before I start, I would like to invite you to our annual event. We call it Extraordinary Love Dinner, and it's coming up on the 29th of February 2020, and it's taking place in Osset Hall Hotel in Grace. It's an event people look forward to because couples and singles really enjoy themselves. It's a place to enrich your relationships, and we are looking forward to having you. Have you set your marriage goals for this year? I'm here to encourage you to do that. It's a good way to start the year as a couple. So I want to believe that starting the year with marriage goals will really go a long way in helping you as couples. You can't continue to do the same thing and expect different results. So I want you to believe that this year, as you set your goals together, you are going to achieve much more. Forget the former things. Forget all that has happened in the past. This year, see it as a brand new year, and you and your spouse should sit together and plan afresh. C.S. Lewis said something. He said, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending." And that's powerful. So, whatever is going to happen by the end of the year, you can actually determine even now if you start early. So, I want to encourage you to sit, together and plan this year. So, how do you do that? By setting goals. So, what do you want to achieve in your marriage in 2020? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Couples who set goals are more successful than couples who don't. So, I want you to write your vision and make it plain, just as the Bible said. I want you to put all your goals down. Sit with your spouse and put all your goals down. Your marriage goals must be specific. You have to be specific with it. You have to not just general, don't generalize. This time around, be conscious, write it down together with your spouse. It has to be measurable. It has to be achievable. It has to be realistic. It has to be time bound, and you have to evaluate even as you are, going about in the new year. You have to evaluate how the goals are going, and if you are doing well at every stage, you also reward yourself. I call it smarter goals. So, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, evaluate, and reward. So when you set your goals as couples, what areas do you consider? You have to consider, your spiritual life. You have to consider your financial state. You have to consider your health, your career, your children, your physical being, your social well-being, your intellectual, and so on. So when you are planning and you are setting goals, you have to, consider all those areas. So when you set goals as couples, what happens? It helps you, both of you, to have something you are working on and you are looking forward to. So when you set goals, it indirectly bring both of you together, and at the end of the day, it improves your intimacy. So setting marriage goals actually makes you to it improves your intimacy and makes you to come, closer. Another benefit of marriage goals is that it makes you focused. It doesn't matter what other couples are doing, out there or around you, because you and your spouse, you sat down at the beginning of the year to plan and set goals. You are not distracted. Things that you didn't plan for, you don't just, wake up and start doing them, because you've already set goals for the year. So it makes you focused. It also helps you it helps you to give your marriage the necessary attention it needs. So setting marriage goals attract attention, because many marriages are lacking that attention. But when you set your goals, you are able to give that emotional attention, physical attention, financial attention, and every other attention the marriage needs. Setting marriage goals also help to select the like-minded people that you need to achieve those goals. So those people around you, setting marriage goals helps you to be able to select the kind of people you want to move with. So those are some of the benefits I'm going to share with you today, though we have more. What are the goals? What are the things you would like to write down? I know we have different goals as families. Your family and mine are not the same. So I know you have to set your own goal based on your needs. So I just want to give you some examples so that you can start putting yours down on paper. For example, spending quality time together, bonding time. My husband loved that so much. He loves that bonding time because we are busy, and he always want me, without any distraction. He wants me, so he takes me out regularly. He does it because he just wants the wife to be with him. So it's bonding time is something you need to consciously do. It's important. Maybe your spouse has been really complaining about that. Set it as a goal, because what you want to do in setting marriage goals is you want to do things that will build your marriage at the end of the day, things that will improve your relationship. That's what you're doing. Keeping your communication more effective. So if you've been very busy and you've been living a busy lifestyle and it has affected your communication, you can also say this year, okay, we are going to consciously work on our communication skill and make it better. Setting debt as well is one of the things that might be a goal that you want to set. Maybe you are looking at how to be financially stable. Maybe some will have to take, to do more, or some will, maybe in some families, maybe they have to, save more. In some families, maybe you have to change job. This is the time to actually set goal to about how you can be financially stable. Also, in many families, they are just making, a goal to put their protection policies in place. Many families are yet, to protect their families in terms of putting the necessary insurance in place. I'm a financial advisor, and I specialize in insurance. So I deal with this every day. So if you are looking at the right insurance for your family, you can talk to me or just inbox me or send me a message. So that's my area of specialization. So another area you would like to set goal is maybe you want to buy property. Like my family, we are looking at getting one in the UK at the moment. So what we did is we looked for the exact house, something that looked like what we want. We printed it out, is on my laptop, and when you enter our house where we live now, that's the kind of house we want to get is what we have put there. So we make it plain. We are saying it, the children are saying it, and by the end of the year, we want to be in that beautiful house. And that is what I think, if someone is out there listening to me, your goal is also as a family or even as couple, you want to get a new house, also list it as one of your goals. Possibly you want to buy properties, you want to go into real estate, it's a good thing, put it down. If you are looking at investment as well, it's not good for you to spend all. You need to learn to save. Apart from saving, you also need to learn to put your money in investment as well. You need to invest some. So if you are looking at, you can decide to start studying on the right investment, investment to do, and all that. Starting a new career can also be one of your marriage goal. Some people have actually sacrificed some time to look after the children, to raise children, and maybe you are now thinking of, this year I want to go back to school, or I want to go back to uni, or this year I want to now go back to work. Is a good goal. You can set it as couple and work towards it. Retirement plan is another goal. So all these examples I've given is just for you to have idea of what you can put in your marriage goals for 2020. All I want to say is make sure you follow all this advice and the tips and these nuggets, because they are actually things we are releasing for you to improve your relationships, to improve your marriage, and it's very important. Make sure you get your spouse to get your marriage goals for 2020 clearly written down, and you place it where you both see it. So you are seeing it every day as you go in, as you go out, and that helps you to work on it. You will be so amazed at the turnaround you're going to have by the end of the year if you are able to do this. So I want you to follow me on this channel every week. We'll be bringing out tips that is going to improve our marriage, because we believe in My Marriage Must Work, we believe that we need to continue to work on our marriage to make it work. If you stop working on your marriage will stop working. So keep working on your marriage. See you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.